I'm Salva, and now I will tell you my story. It all started at school.
Hello guys, please sit down.
It was the first attack at my hometown Loun Arik, and then we had to flee. Pew! Pew, pew!
Run into the bushes!
Because I had to leave my family in my hometown, I fled alone till I found another group, and so I joined them. In this group was also a guy at my age, and we were best friends. His name was Marial, and so we fled all together. We fled days and nights, and it was so exhausting because it was so hot and there was no water left. No water! And Marial thought that we may go to Ethiopia, but Ethiopia is so far away from South Sudan. And then one day a person shouted that I didn't know.
Salva! Salva!
And I couldn't believe my eyes. It was my uncle!
Woo!
My uncle. I was so happy. And then we fled all together. And we also had to cross the Nile. But this was very dangerous because there were so many rapids and crocodiles.
Be careful, Salva. There are crocodiles.
One night I woke up and Marial was gone. My uncle said that a lion had killed him. I was so sad. One day we were very hungry, and so my uncle roasted a bird. And then suddenly some soldiers came. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. The soldiers shouted, "Where are you coming from?"
We are from South Sudan and we wanted to the refugee camp.
To the refugee camp? Then come with me. And then they took uncle with them and they went to the tree. And then uncle died. I was very sad because uncle always encouraged me. And then we finally reached the refugee camp in Itang. And there I stayed for 6 years. Six years later, they wanted to close all refugee camps in Ethiopia. You have to leave, all of you!
Oh no!
And then I fled with 1,500 other boys to Kenya. And more than 1,200 boys arrived safely. I stayed 4 years in Kenya. And I learned how to read. And I and some other boys were chosen to fly to America. And so we did that. In America, I came to another family. They were very nice, and I stayed 6 years in America. Till I got a message from my dad. He was in a hospital, and then I traveled back to Sudan. It's me, father.
Salva?
Yes.
Can it really be you?
Yeah, I am Salva.
Salva, my son, Salva.
And then, when I flew back to New York, to America, I had an idea. I wanted to help the people in South Sudan because they had no water. I wanted to help them. And so I flew back to Sudan. Now I'm 33 years old. I'm a young man. And I know I look a little bit little, but I've built wells everywhere in South Sudan to help people who have got no water or whose water is dirty. And this is the end of my story.